and a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. Hello and thanks for joining us on Noche La NBA, the NBA's celebration of Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. With Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce on the sidelines. And we've got a moment now to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for Jaylen Brown.
And the rebounding contributions have been on the uptick over the last few months. He's definitely appeared to have made a concerted effort to really impact the game more and more with his work on the backboard.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. They've got Rain Man. Collins is out there with the captain. Then it's Brooks. And it's the Prophet in at the shooting guard position. And for Miami, they've got Andrew Wiggins. Tyler Hero out there with Mitchell. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Powell in at the small forward. All right, everyone, the NBA season starts today. We have made it. It is a holiday for everybody.
Oh, man, the offseason felt like forever. It's great to be back. Nothing like some games that count.
That one goes in.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Nice ball movement by Boston. The captain, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Outside, Hero. The Prophet grabs the board. Pass to Rain Man. Here's the Prophet. Now Collins. Covered by Mitchell. From the arc. Knocks down the three ball.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And Doris, a measured pace for the Celtics. Don't rush, don't turn it over, and then they get what they want.
Well, this is Joe Mazzulla's philosophy in a nutshell. Quality offense begins with taking care of the basketball first. He believes in the math, meaning he believes if you can get a good look at three, you take it.
Now here's Wiggins. 9-point game his last outing. Powell outside. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. He'll go to the line with a chance for three.
Well, Norman Powell knows his role, and that is to be aggressive on the offensive end. Great job drawing contact.
The Heat shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And he hits the first of three.
What you love about Norman Powell historically is he knows his role is professional scorer.
And he's good on the second.
Well, one thing there's no question about is that Norman Powell is a gifted athlete. Now it's about rounding out that game, particularly his shooting.
And he makes all three.
This guy is such a professional, right? Goes about his business in a highly consistent way.
Pass to the Prophet. Three-pointer, Brooks. Rebound by Mitchell.
Boy, they're slow to get it going here tonight. Just 1 for 4 to start.
Kicks it out to Hero. Here's Powell. Brooks covering. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Adebayo the screen. Powell for 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. On the wing, Brooks. Guarded by Powell. Rain Man passes to Brooks. Pass to the captain. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Hero finds Powell. Adebayo with this screen on Brooks. Again, the miss by the Heat. The Celtics have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Collins, a screen on Wiggins. The captain off target with his 3.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's the 3. And here's Hero. That's good on the assist by Adebayo.
And look at how confident Hero is from range. He'll take that shot whenever possible.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Going with the whole new group on the floor. Then for the Celtics, Kate is checked in, and it's Simons in for Rain Man. .125 left in the first quarter. And plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
The Celtics shooting their first free throws here tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. The Heat making a switch here. Jonas is checked in. Doc, he's checked in for the Celtics. Pritchard comes in for Anthony Simons. And so Collins nails both of them. Miami's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Here's Jonas. He's covered by Pritchard. Shot clock at 6. He lobs it up. Stolen by Brooks. And they're pushing it up. Knock the pass to the prop. Plays it up and banks it in.
Boy, when this guy has got his rhythm, he can be tough to guard.
Miami trailing. Here's Jonas. 8 points his last outing. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, when you attack in the painted area, good things tend to happen.
Miami shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here. Powell, he's checked in for the Heat. So Boston going with almost an entire new group. The captain's checked in for Collins. Jaylen Brown comes in for Brooks. White, he's checked in for the Prophet. And it's Simons in for Pritchard. Free throw good, Jonas. Celtics have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Here's White. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And a guy who has a quick release and has distance to his shots. Derek White converts his chances.
You know what, Kev? There's so many things to love about Derek White. He's arguably the greatest shot-blocking guard in the league.
Take a break.
He has a knack for making big shots, and the thing that maybe is most impressive is he gets past grenades at the end of a shot clock and has the temperament to stand in and deliver.
The first one falls.
I think the thing that's most striking about Derek White, guys, he's capable of affecting games in so many ways. Yes, he can score it. Excellent passer and a very versatile cross-positional defender, a guy who can contribute to a good team.
Nikola Jovic is checked in for Jonas. And both free throws good for White. Miami's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The shot by Powell, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Brown outside. And finished off by Brown.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Celtics lead by 2. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Volanos. When you consider how the Celtics are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
We've got Jaime Jaquez. Khalil Ware is out there with Powell. And it's Jovic in at the power forward. So that's who Miami starts the second with. So it's Miami now, following the bucket by the Celtics. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. The Miami Heat's head coach Eric Spoelstra talked about their approach, and he said, you got to try to take control of the game, set the tone, and play consistently throughout. Everybody's trying to do the same thing, but who can impose their will longer than the other team? Back over to you guys.
He knows his stuff. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Here's the captain after the made shot from Norman Powell. The captain, no good. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. In the corner, Powell with it. And the three ball is good. Powell's got 8. And with the trend great toward a faster pitch, do you miss watching those grinded-out half-court battles that enthralled millions during the Jordan era?
Well, I miss playing more than anything. But as far as watching, the game for me is as good as it's ever been.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Change here. Heroes checked in. Well, look who's joining us tonight. The terrific Jalen Ramsey.
And he has to be excited about how the Heat have been playing. Great to see the camaraderie between Miami athletes.
Here's Collins. Left side, Brown. Boston, no good that time either. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for Miami. That one will start off a 3-game road trip for the team. There's a good screen. 3-pointer. Rebound by Rain Man. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. To the middle. Jaquez with the steal. Now Powell. He's got 8. Jaquez sets a screen for Powell. A 3-pointer off the mark.
Boy, they've done a good job overcoming his offensive struggles. He's got to be very thankful for his teammates.
Pass to the captain. Lets the 3 fly. Larson with the rebound.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Powell left side. In it goes. That's his 3rd bucket. He's missed 5 so far.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
Pass to Brown. There's 1:59 left in the first half of the game. Clock at 6. It's stolen. In the corner, Powell with it. And here is Hero. Here's Rain Man. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And that's such good work to make this a 1-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Teams changing it up here. With a break in the action, we go to the 2K leaderboard. See the teams that excelled at slowing the pace down a campaign ago. The Celtics second.
I mean, they held opponents to so few points that it allowed them to win games even when their offense wasn't clicking.
.131 left to play here in the second quarter. And taken away by Brown. To Rain Man. Shot from 12. No good off the front iron.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Hero looking over the defense. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And that's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right after the other.
The captain's checked in for the Celtics. Brooks comes in for Brown. Boston's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks. Tyler Hero wants to be the complete package. He said, quote, "I'm not thinking score, score, score. It's more about finding different ways to impact the game, knowing I don't have to force the issue. When I'm taking efficient shots and making the right passes. That makes us a dangerous team. Back to you guys.
Yeah, he's finding that balance. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. The Celtics with the lead. Here's Rain Man. 5 points in the game. And there it is for him. Rain Man's got 7 points in the game.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Higgins outside. 5 on the clock. The Heat need to get a shot off. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. It's the Celtics up by 4. We'll be back shortly live from Miami Arena.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
Taking a look here now at Boston. I've hung with these guys in the offseason. They're better than people think, but they've still got to prove it.
Yeah, high hopes for them and for their fans as well. Heading back to the Heat for a moment, they're right in the middle of a highly contested battle.
I hate what they're doing on defense. Giving up too many gimmies, it makes me mad just watching it.
And I've seen you on the golf course and the hardwood, Shaq. Gimmies are the only shots you make.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Norman Powell really making a difference here.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Celtics leading by 4 on the floor for Boston. They've got the Prophet, the captain out there with Collins, and it's Rain Man, and it's Brooks, and at the 3, the small forward. The captain drills the three-pointer. He's got 10.
Boy, you love the efficiency with which he's going at things tonight. This is what we've come to expect from him.
Adebayo kicks to Hero. Mitchell passes to Hero. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Down low. Here's the Prophet. Great D that time from Hero. The Heat trail by 7. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket. Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Here's the captain following the basket by Bam Adebayo. Here's Rain Man, covered by Mitchell. Just 5 on the clock. Here's the captain, and a miss there on the triple. And so Adebayo will bring it up for Miami. Powell outside. His three-pointer's off the mark. Celtics leading by 5. On the wing, Brooks. Pass to the Prophet. Buries the long-range jumper. The Prophet's got 5.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them.
A moment now to see the numbers for Tyler Hero.
Coming off a terrific season, and he'd make you pay every time he went to the line. Top 20 in free throw percentage.
Yeah, and like you said, one of the better scorers in the NBA last season, a tireless worker on the offensive end. He could be even better this season. On defense, the Celtics. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. On the wing, Mitchell. Shot clock at 5. Wiggins from outside. Drops in the tray. Wiggins has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys.
It's time to get down with your mascot. Let's
He's checked in for Mitchell. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Here's the Prophet. He's got 5. Collins, a screen on Powell. Here's the Prophet. And he uses the glass on the layup. The Prophet's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, in the lane, making things happen. Nice effort.
Wiggins sets a screen for Hero. Powell outside. And again, Miami with the triple.
This guy is always shot ready. Norman Powell's instincts as a scorer are exceptional.
Here's Rain Man, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
That's got to be a little bit deflating to the defense, guys. Getting kicked when you're down. My goodness.
The defense a step slow. You can see the result.
The Prophet passes to the captain. Out to Brooks. The tray. Andrew Wiggins pulls it in. The Heat trail by 3. Right side Hero. On the wing, Wiggins. Adebayo with the screen on Brooks. The shot by Powell, no good. Boston's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Pass to the Prophet. To the paint. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Oh, in a close game like this, that is the kind of mental lapse you have to avoid.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Doc, he's checked in for Collins. Jaylen Brown comes in for Brooks. Simons, he's checked in for the Prophet. And it's Pritchard in for Rain Man. Has to Ware. Smith outside. Here's Larson. No scoring in this one.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. For Boston, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Brown finds Simon. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's the captain. 10 points for him. 5 to shoot. Jacks up a 3. And it's Simons missing. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Celtics lead by 1. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. We've got Khalil Ware. Jaime Jaquez is out there with Norman Powell. And it's Larson in at the point. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
They're giving him a little too much space out there. That's his third triple since halftime.
Pritchard passes the ball. Collins a screen on Jaquez. Out to the right wing from outside the arc. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Larson. Powell outside. And again, Miami with the triple.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
Here's Doc. It's hauled in by the Heat. Ware's got his 5th rebound in this one. On the wing, Jaquez. Here's Larson. Powell finds Ware. Powell inside. Working on Collins. The shot by Powell, no good. With the crossover, Collins, good.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Now here's Brown. Here's Doc. The three-pointer, no good.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Powell outside. Jumper is off.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
This is a quarter he'd rather forget. This guy just can't seem to get the lid off of that bucket.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Some changes for Boston. The captains check in for Doc. Brooks comes in for Brown. And the Prophet subbed in for Pritchard. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. He cautioned his guys against forcing things at the arc, saying we can't make a rhythm happen, so don't force it. Take what is coming to you out there. Coach hoping for a renewed offensive focus going forward, guys.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you.
Well, using every bit of that 7-foot wingspan, Wiggins airmailing it back.
Miami leading by 3. Here's Adebayo. Oh, the dunk!
Big time from Bam. This guy's played in the finals, so Adebayo knows how to handle the pressure.
Brooks outside. Here's the captain, covered by Wiggins. Wiggins pulls it down. Miami's on 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Hero. Off target from outside.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Count the basket.
I love the tenacity. Terrific move at a crucial point in this game.
That is not settling. That is going for a high percentage look at a critical time. Nicely done.
Now here's Adebayo. Can't get it to go. 1:06 left in the game. Here's the captain, guarded by Powell. Cleared away by Mitchell.
Oh, the defense very willing to live with that mid-range jumper.
Wiggins, a great pass, leads him right to the rack.
Big shot maker, Wiggins poised in the clutch.
I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. What is on the line here?
Crowd is so focused.
Here's the captain, covered by Wiggins. Here's Collins. And Adebayo sends it back.
Oh, great instincts from Bam. Such a high IQ defender.
First team foul.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And he commits the intentional foul.
Second team foul. Now at the line, Tyler Hero.
Shooting 2.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good. In both at the line, it's a 7-point game.
These trips to the foul line are how you protect a lead and grow it. Got to knock these in.
Timeout called the Celtics. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Second separating the shot clock and game clock. takes the three. Cleared away by Adebayo. And here are the Heat. They're on a 14-6 run. And so it's Miami winning this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got the sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
Bam, of all the aspects that went into this win, which do you think was most important?
Our defense, man. You know, when it got down to crunch time, we really locked in, and we pride ourselves on that, like I always say. And, you know, we take those matchups, those one-on-one matchups personal. And we got the stops, and we got a W. We got to tough this one out.
It's always better when you can make it personal. Thanks so much, Bam.
Great job. Thanks for that, Allie. And that about wraps it up. For Dorisburg, Greg Anthony and our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in tonight. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Norman Powell.